Marvel's upcoming Eternals is almost with us, and of course with it, it brings on a whole new set of characters and lore to the already complex Marvel Cinematic Universe that seems to be growing by the day. Now the director Chloe Zhao reveals that the film that made her a fan of Marvel Studios and want to direct an upcoming film once she got into the conversation was actually Captain America Civil War. That's the one that she used as inspiration for Eternals. So this piece of news was revealed in a recent interview with Empire magazine, where they got to talk to Chloe Zhao about, of course, her previous projects, but most importantly, her new upcoming project, which of course is the Eternals, and she's building a whole universe of Eternal lore that's going to define a major direction for the MCU going forward. So when they asked her, what exactly was that turning point? There was one moment, one movie, one thing she saw. She said that the moment she became a hardcore MCU and Marvel Studios fan was watching Civil War. She grew up watching things like Star Wars, and it was a giant influence on her wanting to grow up and become a director. And she liked Marvel, she loved seeing things like that, but she just didn't know how these bigger films would work together if you had a bunch of characters who didn't all agree on the same end goal. So going into watching Civil War, she had her doubts. Watching it, she understood that these characters are family, but sometimes families fight, and that's what the Eternals was about. And that's when she decided, well, if they're going to be doing something and they're interested in me, I have a pitch. My pitch is the Eternals. It's a family that doesn't really get along, except it's more grandiose than Civil War because instead of spanning a little bit of time here, I'm going to introduce all these new characters. I'm going to introduce all these new high concepts. I'm going to introduce this rivalry, the birth of the universe, everything along with it, creationism, and we're just going to go full on into it. She made the giant pitch using Civil War as a template, and it paid off because she got the gig and it fit into the, I guess, end goal that Marvel Studios has for whatever they're doing with this phase and the next phase and beyond, and introducing these crazy concepts that you only hear on, like, the History Channel. What if aliens created horses? Okay. What if aliens created penguins? Sure, yeah, they're keeping us from the wall. Yep, the Stargates in Penapunku, yeah. And she was just like, yeah, we'll use all that. We can do all this. We got it. We'll figure this out. We'll put all of human history into one film and explain how these heroes influenced everything. Pretty tall task, but hey, Civil War is as good as any to be inspired by something, considering that is a huge foundation into what ends up being Infinity War and Endgame and the way it plays out. So yeah, good pick. Good time to jump on board and go, you know what? I'm becoming a massive fanboy now. I mean, that's a good one. Actually, fangirl. She became a fangirl.